Okay, yeah, I think I'm live now. Every time it's like, oh, did I get this right? And last time I was trying to cross post it. Whatever, you guys don't have to hear all of the back and forth there. Welcome in. I am Taylor, hosting another midday mindfulness with We Will Get Through This, an incredible platform that is helping to support everyone with our mental health that is so incredibly important and often overlooked, especially during these times that we're going through. So I'm so jazzed to be here today. And for today, we are going to be doing a little exercise focusing on connecting to the elements within ourselves. And so those of you who haven't joined any of my personal videos with We Will Get Through This before, I work with people to help them find happiness, stress relief, mental health, specifically around our work life. And the midday mindfulness purpose is really to help bring you a moment that's a digestible moment in your day. Maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes where you can take a break, step away from the busyness and the pull of the noise, really, and come back into a place of center within yourself. And that is the intention, is to make an intentional pause in your day to find yourself once again. And so with that, we can find a comfortable seat. Maybe you're driving and just listening in. Wherever you may be, find your place now. And for this exercise, I personally like to close my eyes. It allows me to shut off those senses and dive inward more so. But feel free to do what you need to do. And we'll begin with simply focusing on our breath. I like to place my left hand over my heart and my right hand on my lower belly and breathing into my right hand. So my belly is expanding and your belly may be expanding as you breathe in. And then letting it go. Let's do that 2 more times, breathing in deeply. And then slowly releasing. One more time, breathe in, maybe your deepest breath of the day. Slowly inhale. Pausing at the top and then slow extended exhale out. Settling into your space, you can just listen to my voice and these words and how they land with you. Just trust that that is what's supposed to land. And so today I'm going to be talking about the elements within ourselves. And we, ourselves, our individual beings, are nature. Oftentimes we think of nature as something that's outside of ourselves, but we ourselves are natural beings. And as everything in nature is made up of elements. And so for today, we're going to be focusing in and tuning into the different elements within our own bodies and our own beings. And just noticing what's present. And so we'll begin by tuning into the element of earth. So you think about the actual earth, and what are some words and images that come to mind? Immediately, for me, I think of just mass, massive. And within us, our earth element is found quite literally in our body mass. And the actual physical matter that makes up our body. So noticing the earth element in your physical body. And then noticing how the earth element can represent our stability in life. Maybe taking note of whether or not you feel some of these qualities in yourself, or maybe they're not as present as they usually are. Just noticing, no right, no wrong, no judgment. So tuning into the earth, our foundation. It's so important. We can feel the earth in our bones and our skin. Perhaps you actually reach up and touch your body and feel the physical aspects of yourself. And then moving on to the next element is the element of fire. And when you hear that word fire, what comes to mind? Heat, hotness, spiciness, all of these words. And within us, the fire element shows up in different ways. Physically, it shows up as our digestion. How has your digestion been? It also shows up physically as healing. The element of fire really helps to heal our body. And some non-physical attributes of fire: self-esteem, passion, sexuality, and courage. So noticing the element of fire within yourself right now. Maybe it's burning brightly, maybe a little bit too brightly, or maybe it's quite dim. Again, just noticing. And next, moving on to what we often think is opposite of fire is water. The element of water within yourself. We are made up mostly of water. You can also think of it as the blood that goes through our bodies, many different elements. And the water element can show up non-physically in our lives as the ability we have to be fluid and adaptable. Our emotions are tied to the element of water. Also, the ability to love and feel deeply. And so importantly, the aspect of purification. So you can imagine what happens to a dry landscape when a big, beautiful rainstorm comes through and purifies that area. So how has this water element been showing up for you? And lastly, we'll be focusing on this invisible element of air. What qualities come to mind when you think of air? Qualities and parts of your physical body do you associate with air? Your breath, singing, speaking, your voice, which is so important. Our lungs, our life-giving lungs, right? And then the non-physical aspects of air within our bodies and our beings. Grace. Are you finding grace with yourself and others? Sensitivity. Intelligence. My personal favorite is creativity. Have you felt creative lately? Spirituality. Optimism. Have you felt optimistic lately? And air is connected to our memory. So breathing into this, let's go back and take a few more breaths like we did in the beginning. And hearing all of those words, there's so many qualities that you couldn't possibly remember, but which ones are sticking with you? And breathe into those qualities and those elements that may be calling to you. So you can go back to placing your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly if that feels right. And breathing into the elements that are asking for your attention. And exhale, just trusting that it will come. Breathing in, acknowledging this awareness you've gained. And exhale and trust that it will unfold. One more big, big breath deeply in. And slow exhale all the way out completely. Just bringing your hands to a comfortable place. Your eyes can begin to blink open, however that looks like for you in time. And knowing that, again, we are nature. And that when we're out of balance, One way of checking into becoming into balance is by tuning into the elements within ourselves. So this is a practice you can come back to at any time. You can journal about what you uncovered. You can take more time to close your eyes and go back in and discover what's going on, but there's something about tuning into our elemental parts of ourselves as natural beings. So I hope this practice helped to bring you back home for a few minutes of your day. And I will be back here next week with another mindfulness exercise. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you are happy and healthy. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.